The history of bread is, in many respects, the history of humanity. Long before the first cities emerged and before the first monuments rose toward the heavens, early human communities lived as hunters and gatherers, wandering across forests, plains, and river valleys in pursuit of survival. Their sustenance came from fruits, roots, wild animals, and the seeds of grasses that grew untended beneath the sun. These wild grains were difficult to consume in their natural state. Their hard shells resisted the teeth, and their nourishment remained locked within stubborn husks. Yet necessity, that great teacher of mankind, encouraged experimentation. Early peoples learned to gather these grains and crush them between stones into coarse meal. Mixed with water, the resulting paste could be spread upon heated rocks or buried among embers, producing primitive flat cakes that bore only a distant resemblance to modern bread. The turning point arrived in the lands known today as the Fertile Crescent. Stretching across parts of modern-day Iraq, Syria, Turkey, and Iran, this region witnessed one of the greatest transformations in human history. Around 10,000 years ago, communities began deliberately cultivating wheat and barley rather than merely gathering them from the wild. Agriculture replaced wandering. Villages emerged beside fields. Granaries rose beside homes. Humanity had begun to tame the earth itself. With farming came larger harvests and greater stores of grain. Stone querns and grinding tools became common household possessions, and the production of bread gradually evolved from occasional necessity into daily ritual. The earliest breads remained simple and unleavened. They were dense, coarse, and heavy, cooked quickly over open fires or upon heated stones. Yet these humble loaves provided reliable nourishment and could be stored far longer than fresh meat or fruit. The bakers of ancient Egypt refined the process with remarkable skill. They developed ovens capable of maintaining consistent heat and produced breads of astonishing variety. Archaeologists have discovered evidence of dozens of shapes and recipes, from simple loaves to elaborate ceremonial creations offered to gods and rulers alike. Bread became so central to Egyptian life that it often served as a form of currency. Workers constructing monuments received wages in bread and beer. Tomb paintings depict bakers kneading dough, tending ovens, and carrying baskets of freshly baked loaves. The rapidly expanding empire required immense quantities of grain to feed its swelling population. Vast fleets transported wheat across the Mediterranean from the fertile provinces of Egypt and Tunisia. The city's rulers understood a simple truth: a hungry population could become a dangerous one. Thus emerged the famous policy of bread and entertainment, remembered through the phrase bread and circuses. By ensuring a steady supply of grain and public spectacles, Roman leaders sought to preserve social stability and political loyalty. Massive state granaries stored reserves against famine, and public distribution programs supplied bread to countless citizens.